Monday mornings are a community affair in this Colorado neighborhood, and it's all thanks to this guy.
I want to put the recycle cart there. I want to put the recycle cart there.
Darren Kahn's Steel. If the big white recycling trucks are out, so are he and his dad.
It started with him just wanting to watch the trucks when they come for pickup, for disposal and for recycling.
But Darren Kahn's love for recycling started to grow.
We started, walking the neighborhood on recycling day, and he noticed that not everybody's got a recycling bin.
That's when he knew he needed to work with his neighbors to get them going green. He even made a video.
Hello, I'm Darren Kahn. GFL makes it easier than ever to recycle.
It's paid off. Working together, a lot more people are recycling. His neighbors even gave him a big shout out and a certificate. Best recycling marketer.
He'll probably stop once every neighbor recycles, but maybe not even then.
Working together to make a positive impact. That's what we're all about today. Better together.
Just a little act of kindness, and that's all it took. Maybe that's something the world needs to learn today.
I'm hoping that by the end of it, maybe this whole pandemic experience can bring us together.
We're in this together. You're not alone.
There's really good, genuine people out here that want to help.
You have incredible abilities just within our community.
So, like they say in Spanish, échale ganas. You have to give it always your best.
Try. You won't know unless you try. For so long, I talked myself out of trying.
And it's a rewarding feeling for anybody who wants to do it.
This is our ministry. This is what we're called to do.
Hey everybody, I'm Lindsay Boach. This is Good to Know, and we like to have fun here. Put the spotlight on positive people and sometimes unusual things like this silly goose in Tennessee.
It's a beautiful place, quiet.
Over 3 decades, a setting like Bedford Lake can teach you a lot.
If you go as the crow flies about a mile over that hillside, you'll hit Normandy Lake and Riley Creek.
TWRA agent Daryl Byrne
doesn't get traveled that much.
Has learned from every duck.
From the dabblers to the dunkers.
Duck.
We do get the occasional mallards.
And goose.
Come on. Come on.
Daryl says he found his feathered friend back in July, having tangled himself up in fishing line.
Honk's its name, so come here. Honk it is.
The best Daryl can tell, someone had Honk as a pet that imprinted on humans.
He's putting on a little show for us.
Before getting turned loose.
I think he's gone and hid in the shade.
Ever since Daryl found him.
You get down here on his level. Ain't that right? You gonna be that way? You gonna be that way?
The two have been like birds of a feather.
Come on, let's go. 34 years ago when I was hired out here to mow grass, here I am babysitting the goose. So.
And starting today,
he thinks that my hair is feathers and he's preening it and trying to clean it.
Honk is now Facebook famous.
Honk Goose. Because the Facebook wants a first and last name. So.
But this is, after all,
geese are
It's going for the microphone
there, buddy.
Not a goose's natural habitat.
It's been interesting the last couple of weeks how he's interacted with the public.
So, as a wildlife expert, Daryl is encouraging Honk to hang with his friends in the wild, to get used to them, and eventually help create little honks.
Little honks. Mm-hmm. Would that be a beep?
But while he's still here...
Come here. I got a nice little worm right here. Come here, right here.
This human and goose are teaching us all something about what's good for the gander.
Just a little act of kindness, and that's all it took. Maybe that's something the world needs to learn today. Come on. Come on. Come on, let's go eat.
When we work together, the results can be inspiring.
I was looking up and I stumbled on a tree root and I didn't think it was anything, so I kept running. But then I completely collapsed and my foot wouldn't let me walk. It hurt so bad.
15-year-old Paige McGorry of Sacred Heart Academy is recalling how she was injured last Tuesday during a cross-country run at Como Lake Park in Lancaster. It brought together two students who didn't know one another.
I saw a girl laying on the floor sobbing, holding her ankle, looking around for someone, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she's hurt. That's when Mount St. Mary High School senior Gabby Dispenza knew she had to stop to help.
I was pretty scared because it's not a really known area of the course.
I wasn't going to leave a girl there in the middle of the woods. She could be a freshman, sophomore. She was probably scared, and she was shaking, so she was probably in shock too.
Gabby and another teammate tried to pick up Paige together, but it didn't work. So instead, Gabby lifted Paige up by herself.
I went just like a baby. So I just carried her like this all the way back.
And she literally picked you up and carried you?
Yes, literally picked me up in her two arms and was carrying me.
I was actually thinking about not going that day. But I'm really glad I went to be able to help her.
She was so selfless to give up her race to help me. And she didn't even hesitate to help me.
And that was a moment of serendipity.
At CrossFit Boynton Beach.
Hey, come on, give me 5 more. Give me 5 more. You got it, Greg.
You'll find a dedicated group of athletes working out any time of any day. But on Sundays at 6 p.m., it's an even stronger group of people, lifting heavy weights, but also carrying one on their shoulders.
Just something that really keeps me centered. Kind of what got me out of that dark place.
They're determined to keep their bodies and minds strong.
So I reached out for some help. I got help. And ever since then, CrossFit and fitness has been a big part of my recovery.
Nick Ricci is responsible for getting this group together. He started spiritually fit after dealing with addiction himself and reaching a turning point towards recovery.
When I almost lost my life, it was a very traumatic experience for me, traumatic experience for my family.
The faith-based functional fitness class for the recovery community is open to everyone, but especially for those who struggle with any type of addiction.
I believe that fitness is very important and vital to the recovery process, and it's very beneficial.
CrossFit itself, it really brought me back from where I was.
This is a safe space where those winning the fight to stay sober can also find common ground in their shared love for fitness.
We're in this together. You're not alone.
There's really good, genuine people out here that want to help.
Today is all about working together, and we have more inspiring stories from all across the country.
When you come across a refugee community that has greater struggles and also facing the same things as we are in the pandemic, it puts things in perspective.
We're really happy. We feel like at home because the people are welcoming.
Come be inspired. It's good to know.